A lot of earbud manufacturers these days are trying to cut corners here, cut corners there, maybe focus on one feature of the earbud and do it really well, but kind of skip on the others, and this way keep the cost down because they're trying to put out a product that will attract the masses. People behind this project, the OnePlus, said, you know what, let's do everything right, let the price be where it needs to be and see how the market reacts. Guess what? They nailed it. Hi everyone, this is David M., the Polish Potato. Today I am going to talk about the OnePlus Buds Pro 2, and I hardly found time to make this video because I just want to keep listening to these. That's how good they are. So without further delay, let's get into sound quality. It is just beautiful. I feel like everything was done right with this set. Starting with the bass, absolutely fantastic, very strong, but it's the real kind of bass, the one that comes out of a speaker that can really handle it. It's not the, in any way fake digital bass that is just equalized in post-production. This is the bass that moves you, and that's the way it should be. At the same time, somehow they managed to really tame it to the point where it doesn't take over the songs and it doesn't overwhelm and distort anything else. Just magic. Mids, again, striking very, very good balance point where they reward songs that are well recorded, but at the same time don't punish songs that don't have the best vocals. And I think this is very difficult to do when tuning equipment, so I'm not exactly sure how that was achieved. I guess what I'm trying to say, these just sound full and very rich, for the lack of a better term, on almost every song that you listen through them. This is definitely influenced by the Broad soundstage. You can really hear everything and every composition you put through these, and it's all very nicely closed off by the highs that are at just the perfect level for me. They are very crisp, very pronounced, very present, without sounding harsh. They may sound harsh to some people on certain songs, but most of the time you will just hear a lot of detail and you won't be able to believe how much they can bring out of, older songs that you're very well familiar with, but you weren't really aware that there's still something to be discovered in them. In particular, I recommend that you listen to, and this is the new thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to refer to the particular songs for every earbud review so you can have the point of reference and you can listen to what I'm listening on these and tell me what you think. Never Said I Love You by Envy of None. I mean, when you get to the second 59 in the songs and the additional guitars kick in, you can really hear the dynamics and what these earbuds are capable of. Such a powerful moment, and these render it very well, and the clarity of all the instruments is underlined super nicely in this song. The second one I really recommend is Confide in Me by Kylie Minogue, and this is not the Kylie from the 80s. This is the developed, grown-up, visceral Kylie that will absolutely melt your brain with this song. And why I recommend that you listen to this song in this particular set is because it really requires a lot of dynamics. It goes from super quiet, even whispering at some points, to really loud as the song develops. And these earbuds can handle it. You will love that. Number 3 is an older composition. It's La Sagrada Familia by the Alan Parsons Project. And this one will make you appreciate the broad soundstage of these earbuds. It's also a song that starts very slow, but then it grows. And towards the end, it's a party, I tell you. Listen to it with your eyes closed and just appreciate everything that these can deliver. All right, this covers the most important, in my opinion, feature of every earbud. We're moving on to the ergonomics. The way these are profiled, the way they are built, the way they are shaped supports them sitting very, very well in your ears. And if they fall out, then there's something wrong with you. And at the same time, they don't cause fatigue over a longer period of time. I'm not sure how exactly this is done. A lot of research must go into this. If they are falling out of your ears, then I recommend you really give a try to different ear tips, because with these, believe me, it's really worth it to find whatever you need to make them fit. If it's not the tips delivered with this set, then there's a few other companies out there that you can use and try, because you really don't want to miss out on the sweet sounds these are capable of producing when fitted properly. Aesthetics are just wow. From the first moment you pick these up, you love this semi-gloss finish that is on the case, that is on the earbuds. They just look beautiful. I don't think it gets much better than that. It's tasteful, it's high-end, it's sleek, it's pretty. I don't have enough words to describe these, but they just have that first impression. When you look at them, you know you're holding an upscale product in your hands, and upscale they are. There is a little bit of gloss, and normally I'm not a fan of glossy surfaces on electronics at all, but somehow this works here. I don't know how you find that balance, but the makers of these did, and that earns them 9 out of 10 for aesthetics in David M's book, because they are just hard to beat in that department. The unboxing experience of the OnePlus Buds Pro 2 is very nice. Buds for life? Let's certainly hope so. This is the moment when you first hold this beautiful case in your hands. That's the first impression that I just talked about. What's this? Here we go. Look at this design. Look at this presentation. Everything is done right here. Just an amazing first impression. Absolutely upscale, gorgeous product. Yeah, let's get these off. These are just for protection during the shipping. Here they are. They feel exactly right in your hand. Well built. The build quality is really good. It feels like a solid product, well made, beautifully profiled, perfectly executed. Whenever I see the oval shape of the speaker cover, I know I'm in for something good sound quality wise. One feature that absolutely has to be mentioned, because I think it's brilliant: the ear tips come with a mesh on them that is helping to prevent the ear gunk and any other dust from going onto other more sensitive and more important parts of the earbud. Genius design, in my opinion. Every single earbud manufacturer should be following this idea. I have found a perfect opportunity to run noise cancelling test. What you can hear behind me and what I'm recording with this H1N right now is a neighbor who won't stop mowing grass at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. So this is a very real life like test. Let's listen to the noise levels first. It's not insanely loud, it's not like a plane taking off, but it's definitely the kind of noise that you would want your earbuds to cancel well. So let's see. I have the OnePlus Buds Pro 2 in my ears, and I can tell you already that as soon as you put them in and turn the noise cancellation on, you have that really nice sound dumping effect that takes the levels of noise down significantly. I don't know what exactly it is percentage-wise, but from the user experience, I can just tell you it works. So let's now listen to the competitors. One more Evo get their equal chance to show what they're made of and how well they can handle this noise. From the user experience, I can tell you that the noise canceling is very good. You almost can't hear the mower at all, and I believe it will translate well into this recording. I still have the H1N on, so again, let's just listen and make sure that the noise is still there, because I almost can't hear it. Okay, I can hear it a little bit, so I know it's still there. Here comes Edifier to join this comparison and show the world that they are definitely supposed to be in this group. compared to the other two, going against the best in the business, because the neighbor is still mowing. Again, from the user experience, the noise dampening is very nice. I almost can't hear it. I can hear it marginally. It's still somewhere there, I can tell, but it's very nicely canceled. At the risk of looking suspicious, I'm recording sound in a real restaurant using my H1N just to show you guys what kind of noise we're dealing with here. So here we go. Here's a noise sample.
For using this. Yeah, this is like, they got the system that like checks it like a month ago, and they went, all the teachers put all of their past papers in it from the year, like 3 kids on 3 papers.
And now this is how the OnePlus Buds Pro 2 are canceling this restaurant noise around me. At least I'm not recording anybody else in the restaurant, just myself in the background because I'm holding the phone pretty low. But believe you me, this is full of people. Maybe I can do like a quick shot of this interior to show you how many people are around. One more ever get their equal chance to prove what they can do in this environment. I think I'm speaking at the same volume level, so you guys can now see how well they deal with canceling this noise. The user experience is good. You can clearly hear the sound dampening effect.
And finally, here's the Edifier W240TN. With David N, you get the real life experience. There's no digitally simulated cafeteria noise. What you get is the real restaurant noise.
Oh, admit it, guys. You thought I was going to forget my standard driving in the noisy car at 50 miles an hour with cracked windows test. I'm not forgetting it. I wanted to put these OnePlus Buds Pro 2 against one more tough competitor before I close this part of the video. And the tough competitor is no other than the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro. A lot of people literally a lot of people regard these as the best earbuds in the world, and they will argue with you to death that there is no better. A lot of people love these 4 phone calls for their quality of the microphones and the way they isolate your voice from the noisy surroundings. So now that we're putting them through this difficult test, you guys can go back and forth over this portion of my video and hear exact differences between the OnePlus Buds 2 Pro and the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro, and decide for yourself which is better and which you would get. Controls on these are not touch, they are press and click. I think it makes sense to have a press and click controls instead of touch because it lets you avoid accidental actions that you really don't want. So I'm struggling to find a negative side of having this type of controls. If you work with this earbud, and it just has to happen, you have to learn if you're using them for more than a few days and figure out where you need to press to activate those controls, there's just no way you can go wrong with this. I'm giving these controls 9 out of 10 because unless they just go bad and stop working after a period of time, I think they are really well done. Right from the controls, we're going to move into the app because there is a lot to talk about here. Starting with the noise cancellation, there's Smart, which automatically picks the level of noise cancellation it thinks would be best for a given situation, and then you can manually set it to maximum, moderate, or mild. Great amount of choices. There's of course the transparency mode, which works really well in my opinion. As hard as it is to match Apple's transparency mode, I think this gets pretty close, which is also rare. Transparency mode is all over the place with different earbuds. I think OnePlus did it well with this particular set. And then on top of that, there's personalized noise cancellation that performs an ear canal test for you and adjusts the settings based on that. That's really good. The Sound Master equalizer has several different tuning presets. I personally think right out of the box they sound absolutely amazing, but if you want to go and test the other ones for you, I'm sure you found something that may work for you even better. Overall, this is just like icing on the cake. If for some reason you're not hearing enough bass, there's a feature called the Bass Wave, which dynamically boosts bass to deliver deep bass with clarity and fidelity. And then on top of that, you guessed it, there's custom equalizer that lets you take the tuning into your own hands and adjust whatever you want and save it as your own preset, and then maybe tell your friends, look, I did a better job than, the manufacturer of these. Go with my settings. They make these sound even better. Why not? Moving on, there's a feature called Golden Sound. Get studio quality sound customized to your ear canal structure and hearing characteristics. So these are all about customization and personal settings that work only for you, on top of this really good tuning that they come with right out of the box. Absolutely super attention to detail. They do have a game mode, so gamers now can use these for superior sound quality while gaming. Incredible. They have dual connection, so you can connect two devices at the same time and switch between them flawlessly. And they also have the earbud fit test, which will let you determine whether you have created a good seal in your ears or you still need to work on it. If you want to be picky and find something, the only feature that's missing is the volume control that you can't really do using the earbuds. You have to do it from your device. Other than that, I think this is a really nicely featured app. It's really delivering. It's easy to find your way around all these settings. I am giving it 10 out of 10 because everything here just works. It's easy to access. And just like everything else about these is simply well designed. A few quick words about the case. It of course matches the earbuds perfectly. And I am personally a big fan of the horizontal design and layout of the case instead of the vertical ones, because it makes it so heavenly easy to pick these up and put them back in. There's no guesswork here, and there's no trying to pry them out because of the super strong magnets and very tiny surfaces that give you the access to the earbuds. And also, I can't stop staring at this cover. It just looks so good. This is a 10 out of 10 for the case. I have never rated a case at 10 before, but I am doing it today. Last but not least, it's worth mentioning that you get up to 6 hours of playtime on a single charge, up to 9 if you're willing to listen with the ANC off, and a total of 39 hours with the case. Those are fantastic times. They will take most of us through the entire day. If you're going for a extended camping trip and you have no access to electricity, you will still be okay. You'll probably come back home with some charge remaining. My conclusion for these is, if you have the budget, do not hesitate. You will be happy that you got these because the music listening experience is pretty much as good as it gets. The ergonomics are fantastic. They are lightweight, they look beautiful, and they have a full-featured app that will leave you wondering what else could be added to it. Whether you're gaming, whether you're talking on the phone, listening to podcasts, these will do the job. And of course, if you listen to a lot of music, this is one of those moments that will want you go through your entire music library again, because you'll be wondering what else you can hear in all your songs that you haven't heard before. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here, your time and attention, and I hope this review gave you enough information to make an educated decision if you're thinking about possibly getting the OnePlus Buds Pro 2. I have more videos coming up that I'm really excited about, so please subscribe, leave a comment to let me know you're here, and I will be back soon.